Hello, everyone. It's me, the guy who does these videos. Yay. You probably heard my voice if you ever bothered to even go look at my other streams, where I stream mostly for my friends, but I want to probably try to establish this channel, I think, is where I'm at right now. And I already tried to do this back with the Castle Timelapse series back then, but I ran into some issues where basically I'm was too busy and replay mod just was not functional after I upscaled this project. Let's start with the too busy one. I'm a college student. I'm studying a degree in engineering. I'll be graduating soon though, so that's where I think maybe I'll have more time. But the point is that yeah, I'm a college student, busy, engineering. I don't have all the time in the world to work on this, and what I'm going to try to aim for is probably weekly uploads because I feel like daily uploads would destroy me way too much. That'd just be way too much time. Weekly uploads, I think I can manage. I think I can manage that. I know the algorithm probably favors daily uploads, and it seemed to definitely did when I was doing pretty much daily uploads. Well, back when I did the cave time lapse, but point is, I'm here, I'm back, and I want to try to make this consistent. Next thing to happen. Yes, replay mod. Why was replay mod broke? Replay mod wasn't broke specifically. It's mostly because I upgraded the project. Originally, the project was fully vanilla friendly. Everyone under the sun was meant to play it. Now it's slightly less vanilla friendly by the means of a data pack that makes the world height a couple thousand blocks. Yes, that means chunks are now pretty heavy and hefty to generate, but I think it's still rather stable, just from preliminary testing. And another thing I tested was how smooth is Neoforge? And my answer was very smooth, is what I found. At least just what I found. Maybe not for everyone, every machine's different, whatever. Point being is that I found Neoforge stable, so I wanted to switch to that, and I wanted to expand the map. Doing those two things removed replay mod from the equation, and not even Sinitra Connector could fix it, so I had to wait. And somebody amazingly released a port of replay mod to Neoforge. A lifesaver, the absolute GOAT. I will greatly thank and reference them down in the description of this video, but point being, I got replay mod back, so I could finally start tackling major sections of this project again and not feel like I'm leaving out valuable footage or mostly valuable time-lapse footage, So this project, what is this project? What is my thing? I guess that's another thing I should really discuss. I'm trying to create like a live, living, very realistic feeling yet fantasy open world. Think like mostly inspired by Zelda and the recent Zeldas, the recent two Zeldas, and by From Software, where I want this open world full of life and adventure. I want to create this because I just love that. That's like my main thing. I love that. So I made all this terrain. I made all this awesome structures, and a lot of them are mostly not finished. The terrain I'm a lot quicker at finishing because World Painter's just that good of a tool. It's just so ridiculous how like I don't know. People, there is crazy folks out there, crazier than me, more dedicated than me, that do this stuff without World Painter, and it blows my mind. But World Painter's just a must for terrain. It's the go. Second thing too with Neoforge is because I can do connector, I can get Axiom. Axiom, pretty new mod, I would say. At least to me, it's new. I've been doing this for years now. Axiom has been another great help as I've learned and gotten used to it. I like it. I like World Painter aspects, I like Axiom aspects, and I like World Edit aspects still. And that's where I'm at with that. Right now, as you can see, this video is mostly a stress test of what Axiom can do, what Neoforge can do with replay mod, and see how everything works with replay mod. And you can see it's still it's pretty buggy. And I think that's because of how fast I'm moving within Axiom. I can use this feature to like move myself around really quickly, and that deloads a bunch of the chunks. So it mostly works. So what I'll probably do to fix this is just increase my render distance ridiculous, because right now it's at like 16, which is not enough for outdoor building. It was enough for a cave, which is a small confined region, but building these vast landscapes, building these like winding river, yeah, I'm gonna need more render distance. So I'll probably, to save performance on my end, do all the nice visuals and stuff in the replay itself, not in when I build it. Okay, next thing, because I want to move quick here, because I'm trying to reach a time limit. The actual map itself. So I might have showed you already. I showed you earlier the old map. Here's the new map. I know it's a lot more, which is good. I think it's good. I'm gonna focus in on the key areas and areas I've gotten done. So this area is where I'm gonna have most of my main work has been done in this area. This is the Fimbulheim area. I'm gonna change that name. I don't really quite like it, so I gotta change it. So I gotta think of something. But the point is that this area has been the most time I've spent. Years of time I've spent in just this little section here, with this castle, with this village, and a plan to put here and everything. This is the area. This is like the area. This is where I have my cave from the cave time lapse. This is where I have my two main structures, and this is where my main village is. This is like the area. I don't know how much more to stress that, but with this being the area, to give you a sense of what I'm trying to do with this area and all the other regions and areas that I'm gonna highlight are, I want them to like feel like their own unique like culture and stuff, you know? I think about how like in Zelda, you go to Zora's domain, it's its own culture, it's its own people, its own race. You go to the Gorons in Elden, they have Death Mountain, they have their own culture, race, and civilization, their own trade, their own valuable prospects, and I love that idea so much. That's what I wanted to bring to this project. It's like different areas, different cultures, different people, maybe different races, different creatures, all with like different value trades stuff for this nation, this continent, where they all engage, they all have their own laws, legislation, government, etc., etc. I think that's so good. I want that. But I also want it to be like fantasy, mystical, broken world aspects, you know? So there'll be some things, there'll be ruins, there'll be dungeons, there'll be great areas and mystery and intrigue and story lore, forces of good, forces of evil, that sort of thing. I have so many plans and ambitions, but I just have to have them realized, and it's gonna take immense time because it's all me. All me. All me and whatever inspiration I get from Zelda and FromSoft, pretty much. And on the note of FromSoft, yes, most of the structures so far are FromSoft structures that I'm just gonna rip, yank, and stab in here and say, hey, this is part of the lore here. Which I think is understandable. I'm playing homage to them and their great ideas, but at the same time, I probably wish I should do something original. And I kind of haven't. Point is that that's what I want to take this project. That's what I'm doing here. That's my whole goal here. So I have all these areas. I'll flash them on screen in order of like priority, but not just priority of like intrigue, interest, whatever. Like these are like the main areas where I'm gonna have focus, to have like regions and like communities and trade and living and everything. That's where this is at. So I'll go into detail into these maybe in a separate video. I'll just briefly talk about them for here for now. So I talked about Fimbulheim. I'm going to talk about Central Hone. This is where they're going to have the central area, like just above the capital. This is where the Zora are going to be, right? Like this is literally a copy from Zora's domain, so there's that. Here's the southern region of Hone. This is pretty much a copy of course, Death Mountain, but this is... I really like Bowser, so Bowser's Castle's here. You can probably see that from another video or something I did. I probably have a thumbnail of it somewhere. My castle, like, I made a mix-match theme for Bowser's Castle. I'm gonna put it over this, right? Like, this is like Bowser's territory, and then like I'm gonna have like ruins, villages, such savannah villages, plains villages, the whole ordeal. This next region is the northern region. Similar situation with uh, the main region I've been working on. This is gonna be another like community in the frozen north. Different values, different traditions, different religions, different cultures, that whole sort of thing. Let's move on to the northeast, the jungle tropical region, Henna. This is where I'm gonna have more oriental, like Chinese, Japanese, Korean style architecture, Buddhist style architecture, those sort of cultures and traditions, and centralized in this region, leading up to the peak, tallest summit of this entire area, which is where this big, flat looking, strange looking area is where I have Fountainhead Palace. Trust me, it's pasted on top of that in the actual world. I'll flash an image of what it looks like. There it is, looking cool, looking good. Yep, good old From Software giving me my good ideas. Second, so on to the main capital. This capital is going to be the most lively region. This is where I plan to have the centralized trade hub, the centralized capital of like governing this entire area for the present time of this, where I want this setting of this whole region to be in. This is like the present capital, is where majority of the rule and order stems from, and major religion, of course. This next region south of it is where I want to have the main like academies, like places of study, learning institution for all disciplines, not just common like real life disciplines, but like obviously fantasy, magical, or trade disciplines, whatever. That's this whole region here. The next region here, I'm gonna have another region where I'm gonna have like civilization. I don't have much plans for it right now. It's just kind of there. And the next region, this is in between the capital and in between the academies. Pretty much really like the idea of having a divine ruined capital here, where I'm gonna have like the holy center and region here in this region in between. That's what I decided on. I think that's good. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I know it's maybe trying to abrupt end, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna wrap it up. Look forward to more videos. Leave comments, questions, whatever. Yeah, see y'all.